Good morning, everybody. This is First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Pavich. Quick weather update. Things are progressing a little quicker than expected, but really the main batch is still back to the west, the precipitation. You can see we started with a little bit of everything this morning. It's light, but it's really going to start making the roads slick a little quicker. That's the one thing that's definitely going to happen because we're cooling the atmosphere even more now. We're putting down a little bit of freezing rain and sleet, and that's going to make the road slick. But the main batch is still on tap for this afternoon. You can see it back here in Tennessee, and it's moving basically this direction. So while we have some stuff out there right now, the heaviest or the worst of the weather is still yet to come. Now, it doesn't look like much on radar, but everything falling is frozen in some form. We are getting some good reports of snow now just to the north, Interstate 40, as far south as Salisbury, and then down into the Sandhills. In and around Charlotte, the radar here not picking it up, but we're getting a mixture of sleet and freezing rain. I'd say it's primarily sleet, but a little bit of freezing rain is mixing in. And as you can tell, temperatures are well below the freezing mark. They've been there all night, mid-20s in most cases. We dropped to 21 this morning. We likely will not even make it above 30. This could be one of the coldest days we've seen since the winter of 2009, 2010. We may not get above freezing, which is a rarity around here. Now, I'm going to go to the Doppler radar, and I'm looking at the terminal Doppler radar. You can see the batch of rain, but I'm going to switch over to GSP, which is dual pole radar, and we'll get an idea of what type of stuff is falling. The first thing we'll look at is the hydrometeor classification. You can see out here the radar is depicting this as snow, but again, we're looking at about 5,000 to 6,000 feet up. This is melting. It looks like, based on the radar, the melting layer is somewhere down around 1 to 2,000 feet. So what's happening is this is starting as sleet or snow. It's melting, and then it's actually refreezing on the way down. That's how you end up with sleet across the area. We look at this, what we call CC, or the correlation coefficient. And what you're looking at here, this is some of the first times maybe you're seeing this type of radar data. We're looking for uniformity. And here, this is likely all the same type of precipitation, either all sleet, all rain, or all snow. When you get into these colors that are changing, like up in here and in here, you're getting a mixture because you have different sized precipitation particles. They may be sleet, snow, or freezing rain mixing together. One of the other things, I talked a lot about this MPing app that you may have heard me talk about. And one of the cool things about this app, it's basically the government, scientists, folks out at NSSL are helping to collect data on what's falling from the sky. And the cool thing is I have a layer in my radar that allows me to see your report. So you can see right here I have someone with their app reported sleet near the Cabarrus County line. We've got sleet in East Charlotte near Uptown, some freezing rain over in Gastonia. As you get up into the Winston-Salem area, you see more sleet, but you also see more snow reports and even some graupel coming in. So we're getting quite the mixture. It looks like there's a pretty big defining line here somewhere in here where this is mostly sleet and snow, sleet and freezing rain, and down here maybe more freezing rain. Getting a little concerned about what's happening over in Tennessee because early reports this morning was this storm became a huge ice storm in eastern Tennessee. They actually upgraded to an ice storm warning. So this big batch of moisture back here, we're going to have to watch that carefully throughout the afternoon. This could really make roads treacherous tonight. Another factor that I'm looking at for this evening, even after all this mess ends tonight, we're going to get some patchy, dense fog. And with temperatures below freezing, that fog will become something we call freezing fog. Fog, remember, is just tiny particles of moisture suspended in the air in the form of a cloud. If things stay below freezing, those tiny little particles of moisture, anything they touch, they freeze on. And that becomes rime ice. So that's another potential issue tonight. So things starting about, I would say, 2 to 3 hours earlier than expected, but they're just going to get worse as the day goes on. This is really not about trees and power lines again. It's all about the roads. The roads will get more treacherous as the day goes on. With us not getting above freezing and ground temperatures in the 30s, this is the real deal, folks. It may not seem like a lot of stuff falling, but it's going to be deceiving. It's going to be really slick out there. Please take it easy, and make sure you stay tuned to my updates on Facebook, Twitter, WCNC.com, and I'll be on all afternoon this evening on NBC Charlotte. Hope you're staying safe out there, and I hope that you're prepared for at least about a day of maybe staying off the roads.